This song has over 2 million streams on Spotify, and I made it using a super simple Logic session that you can download for free in the description. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I built it: drums, bass, vocals, effects, and show you the system I actually use time and time again to make songs like this. So to break down this song, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple buckets. These are the core of almost every track I produce, and I follow this exact same system, whether it's an original or a cover. Now, this song is a cover, and that actually is a hidden benefit. You don't need to overthink the production, and you've already got to build an audience on Spotify looking for versions of the song they already love. All right, let's dive into bucket 1, drums. Drums give your song its movement. It's the groove, it's the energy, it's the pulse. And what's wild is how simple the drum part is in this track, but it works. So let's solo the drum stem and take a listen. Super basic stuff, right? Even listening to this in solo right now, I'm kind of laughing because things sound a bit weak. These are all Splice samples, so I would download samples from Splice, drag it into the drum machine designer, and either draw this, simple 4 on the floor beat with the step sequencer or with MIDI. And then the shakers would be, one of them is real, and then the other, the hats are, this is just a loop. Toms, all samples. Simple, but it works. If you downloaded the session, try muting them yourself here and just hear how much everything else falls apart without that pulse. Next, let's check out the part that just locks the drums in with everything else and gives the track full of body and feeling. It's the bass. Bass is the glue. Bass is especially the glue between the rhythm and harmony. If you also mute this, the song really just feels empty. So this one's actually a MIDI bass, and it sits right in that low, mid, warm zone around 80 to like 150 hertz. It's not flashy. It's not trying to do anything to be like, hey, notice me. It's just carrying that warmth, being that glue, and just doing its thing. Simple always works. Again, how I made this is not a real bass, obviously. You can kind of tell it's more of a synth bass. I used the Trillion software library. Great for bass. Has a lot of, actually, Trillion's great for real bass instruments, but has a lot of synth bass as well. And I believed I just use some type of sub. I thought it was like Fat and Clicky or something. Anyways, this is a great plugin I've used on a ton of songs. So if you're inside the Logic project, solo this yourself and just feel how different the track feels when you kind of mute and unmute these parts. So now that we've built this kind of core first floor, let's talk about everything layered on top of that, the instruments. This is where the tone, the color, the emotion comes from. And it's actually where your production starts to fill out and be more of a song, but not by just adding things, but by being really intentional with things. And it's not always more is better. It's just being intentional with it. So every instrument here plays a specific role. Some are like filling out the mid-range and adding warmth. Some add movement. Some create space and dimension. Let's take a listen to a few of them in isolation, in solo, and then in context. Okay, so here we go. Instruments, these are all our main stack of instruments here. Lots of guitars, lots of bells. These are the kind of main ones here. Kind of Rhodes style electric guitar, really, really wide. We have the bell riff. That's being output there, sorry. 1 second, here we go. And then keys. Notice how the keys just sit nicely on top of that. If it was an octave down, it would start muddying up with the electric piano. you can hear, right? They're not crowding each other very much. Each part takes up its own space in the stereo field and in the frequency spectrum. And that's what gives this song a full sound. It's just you're not having too many instruments overcrowding the same space. Honestly, all this stuff, grab the free Logic project below and follow along. You can actually solo each of these tracks yourself and see and hear what's really going on. And while you're listening right now, it kind of feels like some of these instruments just sound dry on their own or we're missing something. And yes, that's because we haven't added the effects or vocals yet. And so these are what really bring the mix to life. So let's unmute the reverb and delays right now and just listen to how open and the track feels. Okay, so look at all the vocals we have here and all the vocal effects, which we'll get into in a second. The other is the synth delays, the synth verbs, the different effects here. If I just play these in solo, that's the space that's needed for, well, for everything else, those main synth instruments. If that was missing, it would just be missing such a lack of dimension, really. Watch as I mute them. So much is going on with that atmosphere that's needed. Instantly, it starts to feel more finished, right? And the most important part here is the vocals. This performance fits the mood and space of the track, of the cover, right? It just fits in the mix perfectly. Let's solo the vocal now and really hear that performance, and then also listen to it in context. All right. Funny enough, this is me singing with the effect, a formant effect that I'm singing a bit lower. Tainted love. Now with all the harmonies, all the effects. Tainted love. Tainted love. Tainted love. So that's a vocal production. Like if I just was like, oh, I need a lead vocal, and I stopped there. Tainted love. Then watch as I just put all these vocal effects in. Tainted love. Tainted love. Tainted love. A big one is the uh-ohs, right? So don't be afraid to push the space and dimension of background vocals, harmonies, oohs, ahs, delays, effects. They really, really add a lot of dimension. Again, grab that template and dig into the vocals yourself. There is a big problem with a lot of these tutorials, though. There's just not enough time and space. It would take hours for me to give you that real deep dive into how I specifically created these recordings. So watch this video here, and I actually made that video. I'm going to teach you my complete Logic Pro learning system. I've taken it from over 600 plus hours of Logic tutorials and boiled it down into this one simple video that you actually need to watch. It's everything you need to know. I'll see you there.